chasing a check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, joke, chasing a check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Cincinnati Bengals. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Just what you want on a first-down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On second down, here's Mixon. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They go play action now. Lynch. And this is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Lynch. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
On 1st down, it's Lynch. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Throwing, Lynch. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and throw for it with Lynch. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. In for the score. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. A beautiful fake. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
The good old toss play. And this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Doyle. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Doyle. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jalen Strong, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. Right. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lynch. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Lynch. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Here's a give to Mixon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, here's Lynch. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And Elliott puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Set. 3-19.
They go play action with Lynch. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Lynch now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
4 down. Check.
Out of the gun, Lynch. Throw left side complete. It's Morgan. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey. 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Lynch looking to throw on second. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Set. Green 39.
Play action. It's Lynch. Over the middle, complete. That's Morgan. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Flag 99 Philly. Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a pretty big third down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Another try for Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. New York set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs? Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw on second down, Doyle. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
A first down carry for Barkley. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking to throw on second down. Doyle. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Flex round! Flex round!
Off play action. Doyle. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. Doyle. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go! Grand 38!
Here's a give to Barkley. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Off the play fake. Doyle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. He's at the 50. The 40. The 20. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Ryan Glasgow in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Operating from the gun. Doyle. He'll rifle this one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Off play action. Doyle. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. The play fake. Doyle. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Final 12 seconds of the half now, as they've got it 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action. Now Lynch. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Lynch to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Barkley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off play action. Doyle. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 60 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Here's Lynch. Incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll bring up second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
All right, here we go.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to make it fourth down. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Throwing on first down. Doyle. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Doyle. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun on third down, Doyle. He's got the completion to Strong. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go.
They'll go to Barkley again. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Operating from the gun, Doyle. It's caught. Shepard sheds off the tackle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they will force him out of bounds well shy of the goal line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth.
Detroit!
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Gun!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Pass the 20. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to Mixon. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
From the gun, it's Lynch. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. 3rd down here.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals add on to their lead. So Lynch will bring him out now to go for 2. To throw is Lynch. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. He's got daylight. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. And that big 4th quarter return, Charles, makes this a 1-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had the big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
They've heard what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Now Lynch. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Leopard! Leopard!
On 2nd down, Lynch. He finds an opening past the 40. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Gone! Gone! Gone!
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Now Lynch to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Lynch. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run with Mixon. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Now it's Lynch. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Lynch going to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Green 39! Green 39! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Set! Blue landing!
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Lynch is going to throw it. Being chased out left. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays. And that
very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Let's go.
On first down, Doyle. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Right back to him on first down. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. That one looks like he'll...